Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I thought that it would be fun today to share with you some poems. Now, listen, don't click away from the video because at the end of it, I have something very important to share with you. Not clickbait. No, I'm just kidding. But what? I just thought it'd be fun to share with you maybe some fun poems, maybe a couple depressing ones. Who knows? I'm going off of a whim here, and this is going to be fun. I'm excited. Let's get right into it. First one up, we do have a very fun one, and this is a very important poem to me because it really signifies League of Legends as a whole. So this is the poem League of Feeders, written by me. In the world of League, many men will feed. And in this poem for thee, if you feed the enemy, just be aware that you did not make that you did not make a friend out of me. No one likes feeders. Everybody knows that they have small wieners. I have a little message for you. If you feed, you are worse than a big pile of poo. No loves, wait, no, oh boy, sometimes I'm stupid, let me tell you. I think that used to be no one, but then it got changed. Here, anyway, no one loves that you think it is fun. I would suggest that you run. Run from the one you feed, or the one you fed. Run from your own team, because if you feed, death will come upon you courtesy of your team. You say death can't hold you down, but we're talking IRL. In-game death is but a passing dream, but in reality, no one will hear you scream. So if you feed, I hope my last words you will heed. What a fun poem. That one is obviously about people who feed in League of Legends. No one likes feeding. Feeding is when you intentionally or non-intentionally go up against the enemy and let them kill you a bunch to gain XP, and no one likes a feeder. So yeah, let's see what the next poem is. This next poem here is a poem that I wrote about Pokemon. I mean, not Pokemon. I mean, it is a poem that I wrote about football, and it is called Just Another Ball Game. And it is, of course, written by me. There we go. Not editing that out, because I don't care. Just another ball game, I thought. I couldn't have been more wrong. All summer, we just fought. We sweat all day long. With the boys, I would grind. The coaches would make us run. They would say the pain was in the mind. The summer was anything but fun. Game day was coming quick, leaving the long summer in the past. We worked hard until the sweat was thick. Only our finest were unsurpassed. Game after game we will fight. Game after game we will not falter. Win or lose, the brotherhood grew tight. Win or lose, our bond will never alter. Now that the season's done, I must leave. I will miss these boys forever. The thought of saying goodbye will make me grieve. It is time for me to walk into life's great adventure. Just another ball game, I thought, but I couldn't have been more wrong. It's not about the score or victories. It's about the grinding with the boys and the fantastic memories. So this one, I really did like that, writing that poem. It's really does capture the feeling of high school football and how it's all about grinding with your friends, just having a real hoot of a time. And yeah, I'm trying to decide what the next poem will be, so give me a second here. So I don't remember if I've shared this poem, but I really do like it. It's called What's Beyond, And it goes like this. What will happen after this life? I don't want to see what is waiting there for me. It eats me to my core, not knowing what's in store. I can't deal with it in any special way. I just have to hope and pray that my Lord and Savior will guide me through the pain of not knowing what is coming in the great beyond. Now, I really do like that poem because, I did write it, but I like that poem because it really shows a young person's view of not only the future, but what comes after life, and just the uncertainty. And I feel like, because right now I'm filming this July 21st, or 23rd of 2020, and coronavirus is still happening, so we're all uncertain, and none of us know what's going to happen. So I really do feel like that shows what we're all thinking. But who cares about what we're all thinking, because this next poem is a real funny one. This is called That $100, and it is a story about how my mother took $100 bill from me when I found it in my dresser. My dresser has a little hidden drawer, and I found $100 in, or I think it was $100. It might have been more. I don't remember. But I had run upstairs and I had shown it to my mother, and she was like, "Oh, that's mine," and she took it from me. And so I wrote this poem about that, and the poem is called That $100. The day I struck gold was a day to behold. I was in my chamber of slumber, going through my chest of lumber. When I felt the paper pelt, I withdrew the smooth paper bag, and thought maybe in this bag there's a picture of an old hag. So I smelt the pelt, and I smelt wood from a tree. I pulled the paper tree, but it wasn't a tree. It was a paper of him, he who was on it, adrenaline rushing, my happiness gushing. It was Ben. I ran to my old hen to show her the paper with Ben. No, she said, that paper is mine. It belongs to me, the old hen, not you, the sad little chick. And that's when my tears did click. The tears stained across my face. I have never felt so much like a disgrace, for that was not any paper. It was a $100 bill. And since then, I've been planning how to get my revenge and make the kill on my old hen for stealing my Big Ben. Obviously, I'm not going to hurt my mother for taking the $100. At this point, I don't care. Am I still a little bit annoyed? Yes. But am I going to do anything about it? No. That was just a fun poem that I wrote in, I think, 9th grade. I just had it. I was just having fun. There is another poem that I would like to share, or there are a couple more. So let's get into those, shall we? This one is real quick, and I will not talk about it after. I will just immediately go on to the next poem. This is called The Crow, and it is, the crow has crowed its cruel crow that tells them that they are out of time. You know, I did just realize that the school may have deleted all my stuff from my school email, which is what I'm trying to do right now, because I don't think my Wi-Fi is that bad. It might be. But we are going to figure that out, shall we? Ooh. I have no idea now. Well, I guess I do have two here. There is a poem about childhood and a poem about nature. So I guess let's read those real quick. First, we have childhood. Opening my eyes, I can see, gazing upon a world of curiosity. A new life, so fresh and clean, watching the trees wave at me. The pretty grass is so bright and green, all of the little bugs are in there and are unseen. I watch the other children run like lions. Every day is the same old scene. Now we have nature. Listening to the creaking of the big brown bungalow located in the woods surrounded by billions of animals. The river is flowing outside, making a lot of noise. Louder noises of machines start to fill the air around. The forest and everything in it is being murdered. You can hear, that's the wrong here. You can hear the trees and their cries of extreme agony. These monsters are filling me with rage, and they need to pay. These men are the true hyenas of the corporate world. So, in the childhood one, it is about a little kid watching kids run around and play, and not really caring about them. Kind of just paying attention to the bugs and the beauty in the trees, like I did as a kid. But then the second one is about someone who is living in the woods, and these corporate giants come and start cutting down the trees and are contributing to deforestation, and it makes the person mad, like it makes me mad. I may or may not have shared this next one, but who cares? This is called Dream House. So this was an assignment given to me by my teacher, Miss Newbold, to write a story about what my dream home is. And so this is what I wrote. To dream of a home is to crave the everlasting, and to crave the everlasting is to accept your fate and die alone. It is for that very reason why I choose not to dream of these things for now, and why I let the puzzle pieces fall into their proper placing. To dream is not my place. To dream is for those who want but will never achieve. And if I were to dream, then I would never gain the things of my desire. I really do like that poem because it really feels like I'm getting into it and I'm feeling it's how I feel about dreaming big. I mean, I do believe that, you should have your dreams, but sometimes people dream too big, and that ends up screwing them. Now I am certain that I have shared this one before, but hey, it's funny, and I hope and I really want everyone to hear it. Please excuse the language. There's a little bit of swears, but have you heard of The Night Before Christmas? It's a very good. I guess it's both a song and a poem, but in a story. But that doesn't matter. What does matter is what I've turned it into. We were told to make something bizarre, and this is what we thought of. And by we, I mean me, because I'm the only one that actually did the effing assignment, even though I had a group of 2 other people in it. That doesn't matter. What matters is this. This is Bizarre Christmas. And, well, let me take a quick drink. That was not enough drink. Anyway, doesn't matter. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the poles every creature was stirring, including the claws. The children were hung by the chimney with no care, with fear that St. Nicholas would soon be here. The children were nestled all bound by their heads, with visions of sugar daddies forced into their heads. Santa with his liquor, Mama in his lap, had just settled down for a long winter's clap. When out of the window there arose such a splatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The man on the crest of the fallen snow gave a busting to the man below, when what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature blade and 8 arrows. With a young child so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Cupid. More rapid than eagles with coursers that more rapid than eagles with coursers they came. His coursers they came. And he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Thrasher, now Cancer, now Lancer, now Trippin'. On damn and on Stupid, on Bomber, on Pigeon. To the top of the head, to the bottom of the ball, now fire away, fire them all. As leaves they blow like the wild hurricane can fly. When they meet their obstacle, they make men cry. Up to Santa Claus the arrows they flew, with their aim for the toys and St. Nicholas too. And then with a whistling I heard an oof, the screaming and crawling of the big fat goof. As he drew his hand and was turning around, down the chimney came Miss Claus with a bound. She was dressed all in fur from her head to her foot, and her clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of guns she flung onto her back, and she looked like the Terminator just opening her pack. Her eyes, how they crinkled, her ripples, how scary, her cheeks were like a hose, her body like a Ferrari. Her droll little suit was drawn up like a hoe, and the beer in her hand was as pure as the yellow snow. The stump of a pipe she held tight in her teeth, and the smoke encircled her head with the smell of weed. She had a proud face and a slender body, her gun shot and she laughed. Now with a bag full of bodies, she was insane and mad, a right hottie. And I screamed when I saw her, in spite of her guns, a wink of her eye and a twist of her head soon let me know that I had everything to dread. She spoke not a word, but went straight to her work, and filled all of our heads, then turned with a jerk, and laying her finger on top of her trigger, and giving a nod, up the bullet rose straight through my nose. She sprang to her sleigh, to her pimp she gave a whistle, and away they all flew, like the nose of a missile. But I heard her exclaim, ere she drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all, a good night." Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone on the outside and in between, that was Bizarre Christmas. That is probably my absolute favorite story/poem thing that I've written for language arts, like literally ever. And there are a few things in life is great is that poem. But you know what else is pretty great? Going to my Instagram, clicking the link in the bio, and then going down here, clicking merch, and going and clicking on my merch, and then click purchase, and nothing's better than that. It can't be. It's impossible. My merch is great and sublime. I assume by the time you're watching this, the God Bless America merch and probably the Class of 2020 merch will be gone, but if it's not, go check it out and buy it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I must say goodbye. My heart is torn, and I want to cry. But from now until the end, like, share, and subscribe. The bell of notifications you shall ring on the bend. Now, leave a comment asking the question, or answering the question of which riddle is your favorite riddle, and leave the answer below, and maybe I'll try to solve it in the next video. I'm just kidding. No. Leave a comment answering the question, who else you think should have been in that Bizarre Christmas story, and go check out the merch, like I said. Leave a comment, drop a like, hit the bell for notifications after you've hit subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I am Anhawk from Anhawk Gaming. And happy whatever holiday is next to all. And to all, a good night. Bye-bye.